Good evening, collective. How's everyone doing? This is going to actually be a reading for the sign of Scorpio. I had to get my energy back together. It's still Wednesday, April 19th, 2023. After all that goofy stuff earlier. If y'all watched the videos for the day on the 19th, y'all know that High Priestess sent me off, okay? But I got it together. And it's so funny because I just got a download as I was praying, you know, over the reading. And Spirit said, you said earlier that some evil energy got in. There wasn't no evil energy. We got you, boo. We got you protected. That was us letting you know what's going on so your collective can hear this message. You know what I'm saying? Like, collective, blessed and highly favored. You are blessed and highly favored, okay? It's a lot of people sending a whole lot of evil energy your way, okay? But you got this. Just keep upping your protection, doing what you need to do, okay? Releasing what no longer, you know, what no longer serves you. But I'm going to do a little pull for Scorpio because I think I got Scorpio, Virgo, Aries, and I was going to do a love reading that I had put in my notes because they've been popping out the most, like, for the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to start by pulling from the numerology deck just to get an overall energy, and I'll pull from a few more decks just to see what's what. Messages for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know right now for the sign of Scorpio? My Scorpio starlets. And it doesn't matter where you have Scorpio aspected in your chart. It could be your sun, moon, your ascending, wherever, you know. If you got Scorpio and Mercury and we about to slide up in this Mercury, you know, retrograde, yeah, just for you. But if you cross watchers, come on in. Karmics, I know y'all gonna slide. So it is what it is. But we're going to see what's coming out. What does the sign of Scorpio need to know right now? Messages for their highest good. Oh, I do got my other tarot deck over there. Okay. Things might be all over the place for you right now, Scorpio. Yeah, 85 on top. Follow your dreams. 228 on the clock. Follow your dreams. What else? Moderation with a 14 on top. So you may need to do things in moderation. You may out here slow down. You may need to slow down a little bit. What else? One more. You can give it to me if you like, Spirit. I'll take it. And surrender. Yeah, with a 91 on top. So yeah, you know, this is the last night of that full moon, the full moon, I believe. So it may be something you need to surrender. I heard you might need to surrender an addiction. It's something you need to surrender though. 78 with spiritual career. You know, the water signs are very intuitive, so, you know, Scorpio, that's what you don't see coming, or your challenge. So, yeah, follow your dreams. So, if you want to do spiritual work, you know, look into it. Find out, you know, search what you need to do. Figure out what you need to do. I'm hearing find your point A, where to start it. You know, for me, it was just, it wasn't going to be a career for me. This wasn't, you know, I didn't know this was my plan. I didn't know this was, you know, what God had planned for me. I just got me a tarot deck because, you know, I was connecting with certain readers. And I'm like, I knew that intuitively. I kind of, you know, my mind's eye was already open. I always say, I don't know how many of y'all going to watch this video and been following me for a little while. But I had already, you know, I always thought my spiritual journey started at a certain time, but it had been started all my life. I hate to fight. but all my life, you know. But I just was under the impression that when a certain event happened, that's what let it off. But that's what kicked it back off, you know. Then I met someone years later that triggered a lot. You know what I'm saying? So follow your dreams. If a spiritual career is something you want, you know, then go after it. Go after it. I'm going to pull from the Gilded Tarot. But yeah, for me, it was just, I got me a tarot deck, one of those little learning ones, you know, just to pull for myself. And then it was like, okay, you know, there were some mistakes made in the beginning, all that good stuff. You're going to always make mistakes, you know. I think earlier I kept saying the Nine of Wands, but it was the Nine of Swords, you know. But I still kept going, you know. People started trusting me to give them readings, you know. I practiced on 3 people, and then next thing you know, they were paying me. So, but that's, yeah, spiritual career might be for you. Follow your dreams, but do things in moderation. Don't overwhelm yourself. But I feel like it's something you need to surrender, or you got to let go of to go on this path. It's something you got to release. You know, I always say sometimes the blockages are the people and the things that's around us. Like, God won't move you to that next level He got planned for you until you release some things that aren't, you know, they're just going to stand in the way. He give you what you think you want, and you holding on to stuff that's no good for you, still in that energy. You get what I'm saying? But what do we have for Follow Your Dreams? What does the Scorpio Collective need to know? What's up with the Scorps? My sister, may she rest in peace, was a Scorpio. And I can say from my sister being a Scorpio, she was nothing like people describe. People make Scorpios out to be so bad. My sister was so sweet and so nice, but I promise you, she had another side, damn. She did have another side. I remember the first time I saw my sister rumbling. Honey, she beat the brakes. This was like in the 80s. She beat the brakes off this chick on the corner of our block back in the day. Follow your dreams is getting clarified with the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, and I feel like the wheels are in motion. But yeah, that 10 on top is a cycle you got to close out, though. I feel like it's a cycle that you have to close out in order, you know, to start moving forward. But follow your dreams, stick to your plan, make a plan, okay? What else do we have for Follow Your Dreams? Wheel of Fortune, you coming in with a major, beautiful energy. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. Earth energy, Virgo energy in particular. Oh, that's a lot. Yeah. Pisces energy, Justice, 3 of Swords, the Hanging Man, 2 of Pentacles, the Magician, 5 of Pentacles. Excuse me. So I feel like it's something you're manifesting. You're trying to balance things out. You're really trying to go within. You could have been through some heartbreak or broke somebody's heart. Something's being revealed to you. There's some secrets that were being revealed. Shoot, somebody might have got them some karma from fooling up with you. Yeah, Devil energy, Capricorn energy. So you may have Earth highly aspected in your chart. Like I said early on, yeah, moderation, like it may be some addictions that might be blocking you from what you need to go forward and do. Just take your time. Okay, I listened to this podcast. Yasmin Bolin, she created the Moonology decks. She's very heavy in the moon work and working with the moon and all that good stuff. You could look her up if you want to. She has a YouTube channel, but you know, I get emails for her podcast, and she was talking about coming into this new moon and with us being in Aries, and then us going into the eclipse. Try to stay sober. Now, she did say, like, if that's your thing, she said, you know, it may be a time to take a little break, I believe she said. But she said, if that's your thing, then, you know, of course, you're going to do as you please if you got free will. But she definitely was saying, be careful with, you know, drinking too much, smoking too much. Whatever it is that you do, just monitor it, because it may affect what else is going on. You know, I felt like that was important to say, especially with this moderation looking at me. But one more. 9:44 on the clock. One more. Yeah, King of Cups. Yeah, energy, water energy, period. Okay. So I really feel like you're just trying to balance things out right now in order to get to where you're trying to go and do what you want to do. What do we have for moderation for Scorpio? That's too many, Spirit. But Nine of Swords. You're up in your head about something. I saw that Magician again. Virgo, Gemini energy. So you might have Virgo in your chart. Knight of Swords. So yeah, I feel like you've been through some betrayal. The Nine of Swords to the Knight of Swords. That's the Ten of Swords. That's all about betrayal and being backstabbed. More Gemini energy with the Nine of Swords. So you may have air highly aspected in your chart. Yeah, Three of Swords. I feel like you've been going within. You've been through some heartbreak, some backstabbing, possibly in a relationship. Yeah, Three of Swords to the Four. Well, you know the Three of Swords to the Knight. That makes the Four of Swords. That's all about meditating and contemplating and going within. So there's still more air energy, you know. Libra energy. And I think like after all this, you're just really trying to balance things out in your life. Yeah, it definitely had to do with a relationship. You've been betrayed in a relationship. You may need to, you know, slow down a little bit, however you're moving, because you got the Lovers out here, more Gemini energy. So you may have Gemini highly aspected in your chart, or you may deal with an air sign, particularly a Gemini. Take it how it resonates, only you know. But you got the Lovers out here. What is it that they need to surrender? Queen of Pentacles. Very beautiful energy, nurturing energy, motherly energy with the Queen of Pentacles. I asked, what do you need to surrender? So maybe you need to give to charity more, or maybe you need to watch your spending. You may have, I hammer, bad spending habits. What else? Why the Queen of Pentacles? Clarifying surrender. I feel like it's something you got to bring a stop to. 91, the 9 plus the 1 is 10. Like a cycle has to end. Something is ending. Yeah, King of Wands. Very fiery, passionate energy. Sexy energy. Why does her do it for the dough? 10 of Cups. Yeah, and here you come, showing up in your own reading with the Death card. So it's something you got to end. You may need to end a toxic relationship because you got the 10 of Cups, but then you had the Death card. You're going through a death and a rebirth regardless, but I feel like you're really going to deep dive into this death and rebirth once you end this situation. What you don't see coming towards you, Scorpio, spiritual career. What's going on for Scorpio? Why spiritual career here for Scorpio? What do they need to know right now? 13:43 on the clock. Yeah, 8 of Swords. I heard you doing this to yourself. You got yourself in a self-imposed prison. I think you need to be more truthful. Stand on your truth. Stand on your word. Mean what you say what you mean type energy. I feel like you're doing a lot of praying. You could lie to anybody else. You cannot lie to God. She is down on her knees. So God knows what truly is in your heart. 6 of Pentacles. All about equal reciprocity. But he also holding the scale. So I feel like you're trying to balance things out. Like I said, yeah, you may need to give to charity some more. Don't just be a taker, be a giver. Don't just be a giver. Allow yourself to receive accordingly. Yeah, 2 of Cups. Something is definitely involved in a relationship with you, Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, I'm hearing you may be going to a spiritualist. It may not be about you stepping into a spiritual career. You may want to go to a spiritualist about your relationship, about your love life. You got questions, you're up in your head about why things aren't working out in your love life, why things aren't balanced. You may have went through a heartbreak and betrayal and an ending with somebody that you thought was your counterpart, the lovers, twin flame, soulmate type energy. So, yeah, it ended harshly, I'm hearing. Yeah, Three of Wands. It could have been a third party situation. They might have moved away from you. Or I think after this healing, after you go through this, you're going to heal from this and move on. Finally make the decision to move on and let it go. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. Somebody made you feel left out in the cold. And honestly, normally I would say or them you, but I feel like somebody made you feel like you were left out in the cold. Yeah. Four of Pentacles. Somebody might have betrayed you over some money. Went a different route over money. Y'all had something very fiery and passionate. You might have had children with this person. Things need to be done by the book. Taurus energy going forward with the Hierophant. I feel like things weren't. Knight of Pentacles. There's some slow moving energy out here. Somebody's coming towards you with an offer, but they're moving very slow. High Priestess energy. Ten of Wands. The Hermit. Judgment. So I'm not feeling nothing crazy off of this High Priestess. So I feel like things have intuitively you know what you need to do. Things have been a heavy burden. You've been going within. But I feel like the trump has been blown on the situation with this Judgment card. It's time for you to release what you need to release and let go of what you need to let go of and start manifesting what you really want. Yeah, it's time for you to move forward with these Eight of Cups and leave all this behind. Okay, let me see. I want to pull a few of these love oracles. Just to see what's what. Because we got the Lovers out here. We got the Two of Cups out here. We got the Ten of Cups out here. But there's been some heartbreak and betrayal. People are going through a lot of endings right now. But you're going through a death and a rebirth. You pop up in your own read and heavy. You coming out with majors. You came right in with the wheel, so from the door, things are moving forward for you. You might be traveling right now. What does Scorpio need to know? Yeah, addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. So this addiction I'm picking up could be about you in a relationship. It could be addiction to a person, not so much drugs or alcohol or anything. Take it how it resonates. Yeah, obsession. Heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. You're mourning the loss of a person you were in a high level commitment with. For some in the collective, you're really heartbroken over a person that's no longer in this earthly form. But for most in the collective, you're hurting about a person that just left you, ended things with you. Okay, I heard bad choice, or somebody, you chose somebody else over another person over money and it wasn't worth it. Cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over and over in your head. Yeah, so that's you up in this Eight of Swords energy. Nine of Swords energy, sorry. Yeah, well, you in the Eight and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, you got yourself in a self-imposed prison, Scorpio. All you can do is go do better going forward. You know, we live and we learn. Everybody done made bad choices and chose this over that, and later on realized, damn, I should have stuck with what I had. I literally been talking about that. You know, Right person, wrong time. Right person, wrong packaging. All that good stuff. And take a few more. Yeah, X. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. So you may be suffering from some abandonment issues. You may have cut this person off. Like I said, yeah, somebody in the collective, some of my Scorpios, y'all cut somebody off. Somebody walked away from you. You lost somebody. But somebody definitely cut somebody off to go deal with somebody else about some bread. And it ain't turned out how they thought it was. And that may be how you move. I heard all that glitters ain't gold. Clock, need time, take time, end time, cycles, time to heal, progress. So you may need to go within and work on yourself right now. Paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. That's what you want. Yeah, coming up next to the Lovers. Yeah, you definitely thinking about somebody from your past. Coming between the Lovers, coming between cassette. Yeah, replaying events over in your head. Yeah, you regret doing somebody dirty and dead in a situation you might not should have done it. Both receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure, issues. So yeah, you might need to surrender your old ways of being. That may be what you need to surrender. I like you, someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun, flirting, want to date. Yeah, you may be coming in union with somebody new. Do the right thing this time. Don't stay up in your head about it. Just go with the flow. But do the healing work that you need to do first. Let go of that past person. Surrender that pain from the past so you can move forward, Scorpio. One more. Cupid's arrow. Have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation or meeting hesitation. And on the bottom, we have girl talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. So, yeah, that may be what you need to do. You know, fall back for a little while. Fall back for a little while. You're going to pull from the, I'm going to get you some advice from the Keepers of the Light. Because this is, it's not super heavy, but it's heavy. It's just grown people shit, you know? We all make mistakes. Nobody perfect. Nobody perfect. I'm never judging. I promise y'all. I'm just going to pull one from the top and one from the bottom. Keepers of the Light Oracle. What would be beneficial for Scorpio right now on their journey? Because I feel like you want to do the work. Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. That's some beautiful energy. And on the bottom, White Eagle, ancestor spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So yeah, like that old patterns, you know. People always talking about breaking those generational curses. Like, it's a thing. It's really a thing. How are you going to do it? You know, stuff is in our DNA. Spiritual things are in our DNA. You know what I'm saying? Take what resonates, leave that which does not. I love you guys. Take care. Wishing you your best on your journey, Scorpio. It's not that bad. You know, things are changing. Things are shifting. Just breathe with it. Go with it. Flow with it. If you know you have old habits, addictions, you know you do stuff that's off or did wrong. Because I feel like we all know. But, you know, sometimes we don't want to look at ourselves. We can play victim, okay? We can play victim and play the blame game. So, like, really step back and go within yourself, okay? And see what it is that you can change about yourself. And not change for no one else. Change for your highest good. Good of all, harm to none. Peace, love, and light. Bye.